Hey everyone, this is... Oh, let me fix you. Ah! Hey everyone, this is Tiny Bunny. And I am Palo D. And I totally fucked that up. But anyways, you know who I am. My name is Palo D. You can call me Talon, you can call me Palo D. It's 1 second, it's settings. Oh, you are loud. You are so loud. You are so loud. You are so loud. Okay. Back. Okay. Alright. Now, I think you guys can hear me now. Hopefully. Hopefully. Anyways, this is called Tiny Bunny. And I don't know what it's about. It looks pretty cute. It looks kind of scary. It looks like it's going to be fun. So we're going to do a new game. Some eyelashes. I don't know, maybe that's just a dirty floor. I don't know. But man, the wind clawed at my window all night long. It wandered the fields and hard like a hungry beast. An endless song weaved from all sorts of voices, shrill, gentle, sneery, twined in the air. They were shouting and laughing and arguing about something. Someone was running through the snow while casting long shadows that would occasionally creep close to my bed. Our house had a mind of its own, the creaky old mind of a building that had seen a lot in its days and was seemingly trying to share its wisdom with the inhabitants. The lonely house faced the forest, and the dark green thicket gazed back with its hollow eyes, rustling, whizzing, swaying back and forth. One could come out and stand at the edge of the forest to reassure themselves. There was nobody behind the crooked trees. Fuzzy silhouettes swaying in the wind couldn't possibly do any harm. It's just a play of light and shadow, just a play. I knew it was just my imagination. I was already 12 after all. Still. Oh, that's scary. Oh, I saw a wolf. That's scary. Okay. Hey, put away your book. How many times have I told you not to read at the table? It's bad for your health. Look at how slouched you are. This is cute. Nice little family. Hide. Okay. Hide. I didn't protest and put the book about Conan the Barbarian aside. I was stuck in a line I couldn't understand after reading it 3 times anyway. Ola had already finished her breakfast and was munching on some cookies. She was so enthusiastic, she almost looked like a typical girl from commercials. You're not going anywhere until you finish all of it. I, on the other hand, was still trying to drill a hole in the plate with my eyes, as if it would make the porridge disappear. Hazy anxiousness welled up inside, all because of the previous sleepless night, the black forest around our house, and the gloomy wind. The longer I waited, the colder the lumpy white substance became. It looked like a jellyfish from the Cousteau Odyssey. I love that show. I wonder how horrifying the bottom of the ocean is, or how cold the black forest is at night. The spoon fell out of my hand. Mom showed me with a cold glare from her green eyes. What did I just say? I'll get it. I had 10 seconds to catch my breath before battling the nasty porridge once again. I felt around for the spoon. What is this, carved on the other side of the table? Karina. Huh, that's my mom's name. I guess she carved it out with something pointy when she was little. She sure was a rascal, damaging the furniture like that. She would scold me for a week if I did something similar, though. Should I remind her about it? No. She's been in a bit of a bad mood lately. I imagine her being my age sitting under this table. I wonder, was Mom afraid of the dark back then? Or the sounds coming from the attic? Or the thick forest? I imagine my grandma coming into my little mom's room, sitting at the edge of her bed where Ola sleeps nowadays, and saying this in her soft, smooth voice. Taga is a special place This little girl is watching you closely, sniffing you out, trying to discern what kind of beast you are. If you're a good sort, it won't abandon you in times of trouble. But if you're a bad apple, it'll grab you by the side and drag you under the ground, and that would be it. Grandma was caring. She never fought with anybody, never yelled, I gave her the wrong voice. Those were the times without demanding screams until late at night, without smashed dishes and mutual accusations. Our parents used to love each other back then. I remember listening in one of their conversations by chance. They were talking about Grandma getting prepared for her funeral. She had already bought a casket, and she called it her cute funeral box. It waited for its time in a closet, patiently. It was black, upholstered with meat-colored material on the inside. I saw it when my grandma was getting buried. The house didn't change at the time she was alive. Only all of the photos were gone. Glass-covered pictures with grave faces of my ancestors. They all had a dead but watchful look in their eyes. I crawled out from under the table. Ola was done with her cookies. She was looking at my chair like a sly wooden critter. I turned my gaze toward the frosty window. There were a lot of dark pines outside, but they didn't grab my attention. The pattern of frost formed a picture on the glass. Ola, look, it's a fox. Where? It looked almost like those optical illusion thingies they put on the back of student notebooks. A mixture of lines at first glance, but it blurred your vision a little bit. A look under a certain angle. Not outside, on the window. Look, here's a nose and here's... Hey, eat up! Yes, just a moment. I don't see anything. Hurry up, there's not much left. Ah, there it is. But it still doesn't look like one. And I'm telling you, it does. Nuh-uh. It does. Stop it. These kids, I swear. Now, I couldn't see the fox neither. It disappeared. Went away. Only the frosty patterns, similar to stretched out nettle leaves, kept creeping up the glass. My dad entered the kitchen with long, measured steps. I want to have a beard like his when I grow up. Mom always asked jokingly, "Come on, shave it off, it stinks." It was so long ago. Nowadays, rumbling doors and witty comebacks were an everyday occurrence. Ola always covered her ears when she hears something like, "What's the point in all this?" through the wall. "It's all for your sake," Dad would reply, "for the sake of our family." I always caught every sound in fear of hearing the most dreaded, the deadliest word that started with a D. D-I-V-O. I don't even want to finish it. It was scary to imagine that me and my little sister could be torn apart and taken into two different families. Anyway, your fox thing is nothing. I have an owl on my window. You and your owl talk again. You said you believed me just yesterday. Have anybody seen my car keys? I remember leaving them on the windowsill. Right. Maybe you did, and maybe not. You're a grown man, a father of two, and still... Karina, please, stop. Just let me get ready in peace. Your keys are in the basket, near the phone. Well, thank you very much. Anton, stop making a martyr out of yourself and finish eating already. And the owl. There was no owl. But there was one. It had giant glowing eyes. Ola sprung up from the chair and placed her hands on her little face, imitating a pair of eyes with the fingers the size of an apple each. Last year you had Baba in your closet and now this owl. But I saw it. Ola shifted her gaze back and forth from Dad to Mom to me, but couldn't find any support. Have you thought about befriending it? You know, like feeding it with imaginary mice? Don't bully our girl. She's just afraid to sleep alone because she's still little. Ola pouted her lips in rebellion and rushed into the hallway. The staircase that led to the second floor creaked. Mom gave Dad a strict look. Oh, that look in her eyes. It's so uncomfortable to be pinned under it. Dad just nodded in reply and left, ringing with the keys he just found. A minute has passed, and the theme song from The Little Mermaid echoed through the house. It was stored on incredibly worn-out cassette tape, which that already had it glued together once. It's so easy to fix objects by gluing them back, for example. But how do you fix a relationship? Mom moved to the living room and was left alone, anxiously stealing glances at the window. Ola had trouble sleeping ever since we moved to this house. She would toss and turn or curl up into a ball under her blanket. Sometimes she would jump up the middle of the night and turn on the VCR. Cartoons helped take her mind off the troubles we had with the move and our parents. Whoa! And then Ola said she saw the giant flying monsters outside her window. She became obsessed with it. Our parents did everything in their power. They tried every little trick to get rid of those ridiculous fears. Ola refused to sleep alone and didn't believe that the owl was one of her nightmares. After tonight, I was so unsure what to make of my sister's words, what to think of it myself. Can nightmares be infectious? Just last night, I couldn't get a wink of sleep and ended up thinking of what to expect in my new school. There were a couple of days left before the beginning of the new term. My imagination drew long, twisting hallways that led to a classroom full of kids. But all the students behind their desks were simply dark figures cut out using a template. Circular holes gaped in the middle of their faces, and pairs of eyes blinked inside those holes. It was as if completely different creatures were looking at me from behind the flat, black silhouettes. Their cruel glares, filled with icy smears, made me shiver from head to toe. Will I survive here? Won't they gang up on me and beat me down, stomp on me with their blooded shoes? Damn school can burn for all I care. I just wish for anything to happen to it. Doesn't really matter what. I didn't want to go there that badly. I didn't want to see people who just itching to smack me in the head, trip me up, think of a new offensive name for me, worse than the previous one. I felt like the glasses I wore made me an outsider or some sort of monster. My gaze slid across the drawings hanging on the walls. I couldn't consider myself a great artist, but Allah begged me to hang them. Drawing was the only thing that made me happy as of late. The small circle of friends I had also enjoyed my paintings, and they promised to call me from time to time. Sometimes I imagine Mom picking up the phone and saying in a cold voice, "You got the wrong number," or "Anton is not around, Anton is not around." I imagine my future classmates lying in their beds just like me, listening to the howls of an invisible werewolf inside their windows. Maybe my new classmates will like me after all. But who would ever like a boy with thick glasses? I mean, my dad used to wear glasses when he was little, and now he's married to the most beautiful woman on the planet, my mom. Aww. The house creaked, pressed by the wind. The condo we used to live in, a 9th-floor concrete building, buzzed with the neighbor's drill, mumbled with a TV set from behind the wall, cried like a baby from the big family next door. Our current house, though I can't really call it new, was completely different. It was silent and easygoing during the day. Its shadows lay dormant in the corners, on the closet cobwebs, and under the stairs. But they all worked during the night. Something was watching me from every corner, almost as if the old photos of my diseased family with their ashen eyes were hanging on the walls in place of my drawings. The floor was squeaking, rusty drains were mourning. The attic was occupied by noisy drafts. One could think the house was performing some sort of demonic melody. And then I realized I was, in fact, hearing music. It was already playing for a good while. Somewhere, at the edge of my perception, I could hear a flute. It was mixed in with the sound of the wind, of the creaking old house, and my thoughts, too. I stood up and rushed to the window. I wanted to reassure myself that this music was nothing more than a product of my imagination. It's not like someone is playing it there and missing a cold, snowy night, right? Oh, it's gonna be scary. Someone was dancing in the field. Black silhouettes I could barely make out, with the dark firs as their backdrop. They jumped around, basked in moonlight, bumped into piles of snow, rolled around and crawled on all fours. Stories about wolves playing under the moon came to mind, but these were clearly not wolves. They stood upright at times, circled around, holding hands and whipping up snow, disappearing into the shadows of a brief moment and then coming back. Something bizarre was going on. Shadows dancing in the starlit abyss made my imagination go wild, making me anxious at the same time. Suddenly, the music stopped. The dancing shadows froze in place, and I could swear pierced me with their eyes. It's gonna be scary, isn't it? One of the silhouettes immediately parted from the bizarre shadow carnival and spread across the field with giant leaves. Oh! Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm afraid. I'm scared. I'm scared to click. It glided on squeakers now without leaving any prints until it was devoured by the pitch black shadow in my house, which became even darker and thicker. Oh my goodness, I'm so scared. My heart was jumping around like a bird inside a cage. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, I don't like this at all. I shut the curtains with a swift motion, stepped back toward the bed. They saw me. A freezing torrent of fear washed over me. I stood in the middle of a perfectly dark room and listened to some unwanted guest move and scrape around, looking for an entrance. The sound moved to the right. Then, circled around the house, and now my guest should be at the front door. I jumped into bed and covered myself with the blankets as if it could protect me. The shackles of fear locked my muscles. I remembered the funeral, my grandma lying there, hands crossed on her chest, her facial features sharp like that of a tin dog, ants running up and down the legs of chairs that held my grandma's cast. I imagined those little creatures dumping up her hair and pulling up the eyelids with their tiny legs. Then her wrinkly eyeballs would once again move inside the sockets so she'd be able to feed her grandchildren. I was chanting a spell she taught me throughout the whole procedure. And now, lying under the blanket and listening to squeaks and howls, I was repeating the same words. On the island of Boan, underneath the blemished sun, in a sea of color blue, stands a cabin made of wood. There lay lard and ashen hair, for the spawn from devil's lair, to feast and always leave alone God's faithful servant named Hansen. Evil leave this house must. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Bizarre sounds had disappeared. I cautiously peeked out from under the blanket and saw curtains waving around like a hangman. And then the night doused me with a new person of boiling terror. Oh no! Oh, I'm scared. The sound scratched at my eardrum. Oh, I don't like it. I can hear it. In reality, something or someone scratching at the front door, hurriedly clawing at wood, demanding to be let in. The door was shut. Dad had already became very cautious as soon as he saw the story locked. I remember him staring at the forest intensely as if he was looking for someone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I hugged my knees, placing my chin between them and drilled the door with my eyes. It was so flimsy and weak before the night might of darkness. Oh my goodness, I hate this so much. And then, oh hell no, the doorknob twitched silently, lightly. Oh, I hate this so much. Then turned halfway once, twice, since the person who tried to enter had no hands. Oh, he pushed the door and tilted once more, and then, god damn, I fucking hate this. Started clicking violently. Oh god, I hate this. I hate this so much. My jaw cramped with fear. My wet fingers plunged a bit. Can I just close my eyes? Can I just close my eyes on this? I fucking hate this. The door creaked and opened. Oh my gosh. The wild wind in front of me, moaning inside the tin drains. Fucking. Oh my goodness. I'm scared. I am literally fucking scared. Now. Now you'll see. Oh shit. Please no. Please no. The door was wide open. The dusted with saw the corner of his mouth of a doorway. Oh my god. This is not helping me at all. Holy shit. Tony. Oh goodness. Tony. It was as if the night sun itself was calling out to me, flapping his black wings and squeaking with rusty hinges. I was trembling and snarled by the web of darkness that hung in the corners of my room, waiting for the one who weaved it to come out of the gaping black hole. I'm so scared. Tony! Tony! My eyes were tight and my chest rose up, ready to exhale a desperate scream. I'm not fucking ready for this. I am not ready for this. Can I just look away? Can I just miss the scariness? It's gonna. Before I was able to do anything, the doctors asked me, Tony, you asleep? Oh my fucking god. This is sister. My sister's pale face protruded from the thick shadows. I almost screamed from relief. Hola? I'm not sleeping. Did something happen? Ola frowned and stuck out her lower lip, a clear sign that she was about to cry. It's there again, staring at me. Shoo her away, Tony, please. I'm so scared. The fear that was tormenting me just a minute ago crawled away and hid somewhere in my stomach. I need to calm Ola down. It was just a dream, silly. Don't be scared. Dreams don't bite. No one's going to harm you. Ola sobbed. She was trying her best to believe me. But was I sure myself? I have an idea. Let's go to your room and watch the video, Sleeping Beauty, for example. You like that cartoon, don't you? Why does the Sleeping Beauty have a prince and I have this scary bird? That question took me by surprise. Alright, let's watch Cinderella. My thoughts became tangled, fuzzy. What was that? What studied me with his eyes while dancing fiercely under the moon? The darkness was clinging to the window, and it couldn't be fueled by Grandma's old chants. It couldn't be satisfied with the feast of lard and long ashen hair. Tony, you coming? Yes, just a moment. Oh my god! Shit! Holy fuck! Fuck this game! Fuck this game! Oh hell no, what the fuck? Holy fuck. Holy shit. That's why I didn't want to laugh at Ola and her owl in the morning. Who could be visiting here in the middle of nowhere? We don't know anyone around here. Oh my god. I'm scared. So persistent. I felt extremely unsettled just from a silly thought that our morning guest could have come from the woods. I could barely hear voices coming from the front door. My mind was urging me to hide. In a closet, under the table, behind the curtains where Isla always hides. Tony, come here! I felt like kettlebells were tied to my feet but still dragged them toward the hallway. A couple of policemen towered over me in a doorway that smelled like frost and worry. My mom always winced and growled, but the moment she saw patrol cars, worse than bandits. At the moment, though, she looked somewhat confused. Hello? The senior officer, who wore a grim expression, nodded. A boy had gone missing yesterday. His name's Vova. Look at this, please. Have you seen him? The policeman held out a photograph to me. Oh, it's a kitty. There was a ginger boy, the age of elementary school, pictured with a wall carpet as a backdrop. He had a striped cat in his hands and wore a wide smile. No, I haven't. Are you sure? Look closely. Where would I see him? I don't know anyone here. I barely leave the house. Well, maybe you've seen him from the window? That's right. Your windows look straight at the forest, don't they? The window? No, I haven't seen anything. I see. He sounded tired, but his eyes, his stare long and heavy, was full of suspicion. I squirmed unwillingly under the weight of guilt, which his giant shadow cast over me. The policeman finally tore his eyes from me and glanced over the hallway, the stairway and the cracks in the ceiling, which I haven't noticed before for some reason. How do you like your new place, by the way? Getting used to it? Bit by bit. It's just our little daughter misses the city a lot. Misses the city, huh? Have the locals been treating you well? Yeah, everything's alright, thank you. The policeman pierced through me one more time with his gray eyes. My head started spinning. Can I help you somehow? I asked that in a shaky voice to look like a polite boy and to end this unpleasant conversation sooner. Now that I think about it, you look just like one of my nephews, little fella. He's a witty boy around your age, wears the same type of goggles, haha. Always engrossed in reading those mystery novels. Told me he wants to enroll in police school when his family visits us this summer. Want to help other people just like me, see? I felt uncomfortable, as if a distant relative and not a police officer stood before me. You know what? Little boys like you should stay at home, stay away from trouble. The times have changed so much. Mom interjected in a cold voice. You don't say. Well then, what grade are you in, Tony boy? 6. Have you made any friends here so far? Not yet. I'll be going to school for the first time after the break. Then, I'll leave you my number just in case. Call me if you have any new info. The policemen were gone, along with the shadows, the smell of cheap cologne, and the photo of a smiling boy. His face stood before my eyes. I wondered what it was like for him, being all alone there. For some reason, I thought about the forest swaying in the wind. What did his poor parents feel? And what would my parents do if I'd gone missing? Would they cry and trash around hysterically? Or would they accuse each other like they always do and forget about me eventually? Mom, this Vova, did he go missing in our forest? Seems like it. Poor child. I looked out the window at the road. The police UAZ drove off toward the village. The officer's nephew came to mind when I was splitting off old paint from the windowsill. I remembered all the teenage mystery novels from the Black Kitty series I've read this summer. Your average boys and girls investigated all sorts of mysteries there. They looked for clues. spied on suspicious people, and after a set of amazing adventures, bam, solved any complicated case. They became local celebrities and must have had their parents very proud. I noticed a trail of policemen's footsteps that led to the forest, and then it clicked in my head. Why not start an investigation of my own? Maybe I'll find that lost boy. And I'll get a reward. Alla will be so happy. And not only Alla, Mom and Dad too. Maybe they'll even forget about the squalls for a while. Maybe they'll even save us from the D word. I fantasized about buying Ola a Tamagotchi and getting a cassette player and a bunch of tapes for myself and a whole box of Kinder Surprise. When was the last time my parents bought us any toys? Last autumn, I think. My dad had lost his job at the time. There was that annoying song about it. I had little to no idea what was the accountant's job like. They count money, I think. Neighbors used to envy us. But nowadays, Mom and Dad barely had money to afford sweets, and Dad would always divide a single chocolate bar between me and Isla. Sometimes I gave her my share too. No matter how much I wanted to eat sweets, she was still just a peepsqueak. I couldn't wait to go out looking for clues. I'm going outside. Yeah, right. You want the police to go around with your photograph next? The fur is so thick. What if the boys got snatched up by wild animals, or something even worse? Even worse echoed through the hallway. I won't go far. I'll stay away from the forest. Did you hear what I said, or shall I repeat myself? Better go pack a school bag or play with Ola. The sound of splashing water came from the kitchen. It meant that the argument was over and Mom had the last word. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What's this? What is all this? Oh. I think right now, I think that would be the perfect place to stop. I'm really enjoying this game. I really am enjoying it. It's fucking terrifying as hell, but I really enjoyed it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Toodles!